Hello, my name is Don and welcome to episode 8 of our Football Managers Let's Play with Blackburn Rovers. Sitting 12th in the league right now. We will go back through the previous results first. A little bit of news though before we do. I just signed a new contract. It's come with a 30% wage increase till 2019. That was signed literally about 3 days ago in game. Fairly happy with that. I'm glad the board want to keep me. I'm not surprised because we're well above expectations. Also had our youth intake. Now I'm trying to remember who we all brought in. So brought this guy in. He is Portuguese. He came through our youth. Already signed a professional contract as well, which is good. 4.5 star potential. That's actually dropped slightly. It was 5 star previously. Positioning needs quite a bit of work. He is only 5'10", which I don't like for a centre back. In fact, physically, he's an absolute abomination for the kind of centre backs I like, so I'll probably try and develop him a little bit, sell him on with a big sell on fee. Who else did we bring in? Brought in this lad Patrick Hoekstra, 5 star potential again. Decent mentals, 5'3" though, not ideal. I don't like small players, but it's okay. I'm also retraining him as an advanced playmaker in the cam position because I feel he will be so much better in this role. We brought in a striker. Where's the striker? It's not this guy. It's maybe an under 23s. Nope. What is it then? This guy, Paul McDonald. 6'1", poacher advanced forward sort of role. Again, decent. 5 star potential, so that's good. There was a right back as well. I think Buxton, no it's not. Might be actually. Nonetheless, there was a couple of fullbacks I brought in as well that didn't have the best potential in the world, but I thought we'll give them a chance. But that's sort of the best free. It's probably the best youth intake I've actually ever had on any football manager, to have 2 5 star players, and I think it was a 4 star that's gone up to a 4.5. No, it wasn't Nyambe, because Nyambe we've played this season as well, so I can't remember who the other ones were. I do apologise. Staff wise, I've also gave one guy a new contract, the fitness coach. I'm pretty much letting everyone else that's contract's expiring go for their physios, youth staff in particular. I've not really looked at the youth staff too much, and I had a look at them, and to be honest, I would probably let them go at the start of the season if I'd realised, but I'm just going to let them see out their contract. I'll evaluate all the youth staff at the end of the season and take it from there. Transfer history, let's have a look at staff. I also brought in a sports scientist. I think I might have mentioned this last time, Ryan Chapman. He comes in as a sports scientist. We brought in Claudio Calvetti as a new head of youth development. That was just before the youth intake, so he can't take too much credit for it, but again, very good for this level. 16 on all the stats that are important, was by far the best option we had. And Darren Mowat comes in as an under 18s physio from Scunthorpe. So I'm happy with those changes. We've also made another couple of signings for next season, that's fine. I'll go into that at the end of the season though. Today we are taking on Barnsley, who are about the same with us in the league. Since the Wigan game though, it's been a mixed bag. 1 win, 4 losses. Ouch. So we lost 2-0 to Cardiff. Probably deserved to lose. We beat Norwich 2-1. A brace from Jason Cummins. I feel they were actually lucky to get a goal. Nonetheless, it happens. Preston, we lost 1-0 to a penalty. We should have won this game, and Bay gave away a silly penalty. Got fined 2 weeks' wages for it. I think in the last sort of run of 10 games or something, he's been fined 3 weeks' wages. He's now been dropped from the team. But I feel we were unlucky in this game nonetheless. Brighton, we lost 2-0. Now it says one was on goal, one wasn't. Both their goals hit the post, come back out and hit Ray on the back and went in. So we're unlucky to lose 2-0 in this game. They deserved the win, to be fair, but neither of the goals were really any sort of skill. It was just shots and headers that hit the post and hit the goalkeeper and went in. And then we lost 1-0 against Reading. Again, 0-0 would have been a fair result here. Unfortunately, they got a long range shot late in the game and it just rustled into the corner. This episode we're taking on Barnsley, and then the last episode of this season will be against Brentford in the next episode, episode 9. Maybe I've done another episode in between there, but to be honest, we're not really playing for anything now. If you look at the league table, as you see, we're 12, we're well behind the playoffs, we're well ahead of relegation. Can I actually see where our competitions are, please? It's not going to show me. It doesn't want to show me. Craig Conway has also been sold. We've sold him for 650k to Wigan, if I remember correctly. He wanted more first team football, and I was just like, well, what's the point? You want away, on you go. I'll be selling it at the end of the season anyway, was sort of my attitude. Competitions. I can't find competitions here, guys. Team competitions, here we go. Yeah, so we can finish 22nd and we can finish 5th. So we can't get relegated to Cardiff, but it'd be extremely unlucky, and we can just scrape into the playoffs, but again, we'd be extremely lucky. So I think what's actually going to happen is we're just going to be mid-table. We're playing for nothing now. I don't want to be wasting your time as much as anything else, so I'm going to show you this game just because it's a team sort of similar to us, with a point difference in the league and 1 goal difference between us, and we'll leave it at that. Charlie Mulgrew, also the highest average rating in the league. I did try and offer him a new contract. He is contracted till 2019, but he wanted a big pay rise, and I wasn't wanting to give him a big pay rise. If anything, I was looking to reduce his wage and take it from there. Anyway, we'll just go and get into this game straight away. We're going to play the 3-5-2 again. I've been playing it since that Wigan game, in reality. Mulgrew's injured though, which is not good, which means Mbate will come back in. Put Greer on the bench. Buckley's injured, so we'll put Jack Evans on the bench. Anyone else struggling? We'll put Quitongo in for Boyce, just to give Boyce a little bit of a rest, and try and salvage something. We do need points. Diakate will take captaincy. Diakate. Rea will take captaincy because all our three sort of choice for captains are not playing. And I'm just going to tell them to go and get revenge, and everyone's motivated, so that's good. Next season, I've already got a lot of signings in place. I've got a right wing back who looks really good. I've got a left wing back who looks decent, with potential to get better. I've got 2 centre backs coming in from memory, and that's what I've got from memory. I think there might be a midfielder, but I think he's a young lad who will just come into the youth team really and just be looking to develop and sell on. I don't think he's actually ever going to be good enough for the first team, but when you're getting offered a player that's compensation is nothing, 17 years old with a bit of potential, I think he's maybe 3.5, 4 star, then why not take it and take the risk, is what I was thinking. He's on very low wages, so I think we've got a few players coming in. There's a few more I'd like to get, but until I get next season's transfer budget, I can't do any more dealing. Even to get the left wing back that I was looking at, I had to readjust the budget and take out the wages. Although it wasn't a big adjustment, it's still an adjustment nonetheless. Quitongo with the long range efforts well over the bar. The 3-5-2 I've still been trying to tinker with, or the 5-3-2, whichever way you want to call it. The 5-2-2-1, 2-1-2 even. I've just struggled to get it to do it, and it's not giving me the options and the player instructions that I want as well. That I thought it would. For whatever reason, it's just not giving me the options that I would like. It's acceptable, it's fine, we can work with it. I still need to go through the set pieces and sort all that out, but I'll probably just wait until the end of the season for that, just so teams aren't adjusting to our set piece tactics for next season, because that does happen on this game, and hopefully we can score a few more set pieces next season. Roshaw Williams headed away only as far as Kent. He comes forward for Barnsley and he's done his man. I think it was Elliot Bennett who went in and got really no sort of commitment, and Barnsley with another effort at goal. They've had a few, but they've not hit the target yet. Again, I apologise if my voice is a little bit off. I'm feeling not ill, but I feel like my nose is a bit stuffy. Maybe just I think I said yesterday, maybe just the start of a cold, so hopefully it's not too bad. Is Liam Henderson has it halfway back to Martins Pereira. Really enjoyed this lad. His tackling is improving a little bit. We are training him as a ball-winning midfielder. Long-range effort from Jason Cummings, nowhere near though. Do need to work on his long shots because I'm not going to be able to get rid of that trait. I don't think so. I need to work on his long shots, but his composure and present was much more important to work on. That's slowly going up as well. But overall, I'm fairly happy with the team and the way it's coming to shape. Midfielder wise, we do need a midfielder overhaul. That's a big plan for the summer, is to get a proper box to box midfielder. We've got guys coming in, I think. I don't think we've got any central midfielders coming in, which is a worry. We've got Martins Pereira. We'll have the laddie who's on loan to League One. Back, Rankin Costello, I think his name is. He'll be back next season, of course. We'll have Cody Evans as an option. We've got a couple of young lads who have been getting some game time this year, not a lot, but some, who will be there or thereabouts. Danny Guthrie's going, I've set his contract to release. He's regressing so much, and he's not worth the kind of wage that he's on right now. And to be honest, I'd much rather bring in 2 players for the kind of money that he's on, that might be at a similar level now with potential to grow. And that's sort of the way I've looked with a lot of players, is try to get players that can compete at this level with room to grow. The left wing back in particular that I've got, I did want Lippert, who's good enough for this level with potential to grow a lot. The lad that I've brought in is slightly older, similar level, and won't grow as much, but we can get him for free basically, apart from signing on fees. So I'm happy with that. We've still got the English market to look at. I've had a look at scouting a lot of those players in the English market that could come in and do a job, but there's not a whole lot. The issue with the English market is players want more wages in England, and we just don't have the wages to burn. We're losing still. I think the big debt, monthly wage debt that we had, has now been paid off. We're down to just a 53k a month to pay off, but Blackburn doesn't really sell out their stadium. We're losing about 800,000 a month still, and we just can't afford to be sustaining that, if I'm honest. Trying to work out what changes we can make here. Do you know what? I'm actually going to bring on Boyce for Quitongo. No, I'm going to bring on Boyce for Henderson, and then swap Quitongo and Boyce around. Quitongo can play advanced playmaker as well, because he's been playing in a youth team, and that gives us not many options still. It's been another poor game from us here, in honesty. Bring on Jack Evans, and we'll put Low the box to box role. He's done that a couple of times now, playing with the younger lads, because John Buckley's injured, which doesn't help, and at the same time there's just not really a whole lot of options. So I've been playing Low in that role, and he's done okay in the times that he's done it, so fairly happy. Lippert, Low, Quitongo, Cummins. Low, it's a decent effort from Low, but the keeper is equal to it. I think that's probably been our best chance from memory in this game, which isn't good at all. Elliot Bennett with the corner, whipped in, away by Hamill. Lippert just slowly goes for it and whips it back, and that's a good ball, but it's only met by red shirts, unfortunately. Jones, Watkins, Jones again, and it goes, and Bailey, Mowat. No, I'm going to try and pronounce that name. Plays it to Hamill, back to the guy whose name I'm not going to pronounce. Looks fairly simple, and it's one of those ones that probably is simple, and I'm just overthinking it. That's a poor shot from Watkins, straight at David Rhea. Rhea will be staying, Charlie Mulgrew will be staying. That's sort of the 2 first team players that I've decided that I've inherited that I'm going to keep. Mulgrew particularly, because he can play that ball playing defender role very well. He's obviously played in midfielder for at least a part of his career, so he's fairly comfortable with the ball at his feet and can play fairly composed passing football, as well as being a solid defender. So I've decided to keep him for that. As Boyce has a crack, it's just not got the pace, and Davis is equal to it. So yeah, he's sort of the player that I'm just going to keep just to sort of build the team. Players that we brought in, Jonathan Benteke was a mistake. I think I said that almost as soon as I signed him. I was like, this is a mistake. But I will keep him as backup, I think, and maybe look to sell him in January or towards the end of next season, because he is solid backup. He has done okay in his game time, would be a fair assessment, as we've drawn this game 0-0, but he's not being anywhere near sensational. I'm not trying to talk too much about the games right now, and I will be the same in the last game of the season, because we're just playing for absolutely nothing. They're meaningless games. I was tempted just to go right to the end of the season for this episode, but I had to get an episode recorded for today, and I've just not got the time to get through it all, unfortunately. So that will be the end of this episode, as we'll just read mail quickly. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will hopefully catch you all next time.